Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform. Oh, the things I do for this channel. It's 5:30 in the morning and welcome to Dolam Station, located on the Marshlink Line, located between Hastings and Ashford International. For a start, you might be asking me why I'm here at 5:30 in the morning. Well, I'll explain shortly. Today we will be visiting various stations in East Sussex for the trip I've called it is East Sussex 2. The second one I'm doing in the county, technically third, but whilst I started to name the trips, this has been the second one. The first one obviously covered everything between Eastbourne and Hastings, and also covered Brighton to Lewes. So now we've got this one, Marshlink, and also the 1066 line between Hastings and Tunbridge Wells will be covered today as well. So two lines, both meet at Hastings, and we will be visiting all stations on them today, including this little one here, which is very awkward. So if you do check out any updates on trips and posts, please do check out my Facebook group. Also check out my Instagram at KTBvids for story updates. If you just check out, like I say, trip updates on the Every Platform stuff, I update it after every trip. Please check the featured section and also check posts, because I do post events for the trips themselves. And if one interests you, you can either mark it yourself as going, maybe, or you can PM me and ask me about it, whichever way you want to do it. So, without further ado, let's begin today's episode of Every Platform here at Dolam. So, welcome to tiny little Dolam Station. A small little wayside halt in the little hamlet of Dolam in East Sussex. The train we just got off of was 171803. That was the 0533 Southern service, GTR service to Ashford International. That one started at Hastings. Normally they run through to Eastbourne. So yes. So the station itself is very, very isolated and only serves a handful of houses in the area, and that's about it. There is an approximate daily figure of, would you believe it, 8 passengers a day. This is one of the least used stations in the country as well. And no wonder, because the train service is awful here. It's 4 trains a day on a Saturday. I think on a weekday it's a bit more, but on a Saturday, which is where we are, there are 2 trains in the morning, one to Ashford, which we just got off of, and then that same unit coming back going to Eastbourne, and then late in the evening one from Eastbourne to Ashford, and then one to Hastings from Ashford. So yes. You could also say Dolam technically is the most crime-ridden station in the country, because it's had 1 crime in every 473 passengers, when its most likely candidate, which would be somewhere like, I don't know, you could say most London terminals, or even like one suburban London station, or even one example given here is Gatwick Airport, where only 1 recorded crime per 43,873 passengers. So make of that what you will. What I can say is this station is literally a station of a few houses and probably some farmland nearby. It's got its own little significance, but it is a really poor train service here. But yeah, anyway, so that's Dolam. We will be waiting for the 6:58, yes I know, 5:33 to 6:58 service to Hastings, sorry, Eastbourne, and we will be taking that to Three Oaks. But for now, this is Dolam. Just one thing to note as well, obviously the direction of travel sign, which is adjacent to the platform. It is one single platform here that only fits 1 coach, by the way. So say if it's a 3-coach train or even a 4-coach, only 1 coach fits with both the doors opening. So yes, it has a little bit more than some. Some only have 1 door. But direction of travel, if you go this way, to my left is Ryan Ashford, sorry, and to the right is Orr and Hastings. So yes, if you remember correctly, on the last East Sussex trip, I was actually meant to clear, I think it was either Three Oaks or it was Rye I was intending to clear. So, and it might free up some time on this trip, but I realised actually it would be good to save it all for one trip because that means more to do. So yes. Anyway, so that is Dolan done. Welcome to this little hamlet station. It does feel like that. Now here's a fascinating thing as well. Where do I catch my replacement bus from Dolan? When trains are unable to run due to improvement works or disruption, dedicated replacement buses will stop. But get this, there is Dolan station. There is where the rail replacement is. That is about, that's 25-minute walk from here. Goodness me. You want to catch a rail replacement bus from here if the line's closed and you live in Dolan and you come to the station, you have to walk 25 minutes to the A259 and actually catch the rail replacement from there. That is mad. Anyway, next station is Three Oaks. Okay, during our wait here, another eastbourne Ashford International service is passing us here at Dolan. This one won't stop. In fact, none will stop until late this evening now. 171804. Next stop for that one is Winchelsea. Right, arriving now is the 0658 Southern service to Eastbourne from Ashford International, and this is our train to take us to Three Oaks, the next station, and it is the same unit we had, 171803. Take this one to Three Oaks and update you from there. Right, here we are at Winchelsea, and departing out now is 171811. Excuse the coughing. So there goes that one heading off to Ashford International. Next stop for that one is Rye. So welcome to Winchelsea. Before we talk about the station, I just want to clarify something. Because you just heard me coughing, I thought I would sort of give you a bit of context, because you probably heard it recently and you probably heard it over the videos before. So I basically am asthmatic, and means that now I have to carry an inhaler around with me. So it's all a bit different. So it means I have to go careful a bit more, but for the most part I am anyway. But yeah, that's the reason why you sometimes will hear me cough a little bit. It's just because it feels a bit sore sometimes. Obviously I've got over a bad cold recently, so that's not helped. But yeah, I just have to make sure I take deep breaths and breathe in the inhaler when I need it. So yeah, there you go. So if you hear it, you know why. It's just part of me now. Anyway, we'll talk about the station in just a moment. Right, welcome to Winchelsea station, located on the Marshlink Line. Another single platform station, but this one actually accommodates the entire platform, the entire train even, sorry. So this is another one of the stations that was served at once every 2 hours, and then got an improvement in service and ended up getting an hourly train service. So yeah, bit of an improvement. There's also a place called Sinkport, which is half a mile southeast from Winchelsea. It's an ancient town apparently, so very historic. don't know much about it, so can't say much more than that. The station is about 1 kilometre from Winchelsea, and it's actually in the neighbouring parish of Udimore. I think that's how you say it, or Udimore, something like that. The station originally did have 2 platforms, but again, it got singled in 1979, so this was another one that did have 2 platforms as well. The former down platform and station building are now converted to a house. That house is probably that one there that you can see hidden within the bushes, because it was probably a staggered platform maybe, or near enough to it. It's not a convenient way of getting to or from Winchelsea, especially outside of daylight hours, because the walk to the village is a nightmare. And we're going to do it shortly, but we're doing it in daylight hours, so it ain't so bad. But apparently it involves walking down unlit and winding country lane, then walking along the A259 trunk road before climbing a steep hill to reach the town. How fun is that? Goodness me. Apparently though, you can book a free lift from here for a voluntary scheme run through Winchelsea Farm Kitchen, which is located sort of nearish here to the station. But I don't know if that still is a thing or not, but apparently it is. You can clarify in your comments if you know. Anyway, so that's Winchelsea. We're going to wait for our first guest, Alex, to be here on this next train, which is the service to Eastbourne. We'll see it arrive in a minute. Okay, arriving in now is the 0752 Southern service from Ashford International to Eastbourne. The return of 171804. I think that's the 3 units on the line today: 803, 804 and 811. Maybe those 3, I reckon, unless we get another one. Right, going out now is service to Eastbourne. Then that one goes. Next stop for that one is Three Oaks. So plan is from here, as we've already talked about Winchelsea now, is there's a better view of the house, by the way, that I mentioned, and it is actually the former station house. You can tell because there is a former platform with it. So yes, it is definitely the former station house, which is now privately owned. But we're now here at Winchelsea. We're now going to head and get a bus, the first bus of 3 today, all operated by Stagecoach, and we're going to take it to Rye. So we'll update you when we get on the bus. Right, we're now on board a Stagecoach Southeast Scania E400 MMC, and we're now heading over to Rye from Winchelsea. This high back Stagecoach seats as well, they're quite nice, must be said. Quite good. So Rye railway station also is a interchange with buses, so this bus will terminate at Rye station when it gets there. So yes, that's also quite handy. So we'll update you when we get to Rye. So we've now arrived at Rye station, and here is the building. Just outside there is the interchange, which we just got off of. And yeah, there was a Scania MMC there. It's gone now because it's done the 100 to New Romney. Rye is also near the Romney Hive and Dymchurch Railway. There is a direct bus link that takes you over to New Romney, which I believe is where part of it is, or along that way. So Rye, along with Sandling when we were there as well, are 2 of the stations that are nearby to it. So yes, the station building is very nice. It's grade 2 listed, so that's really cool. And yeah, we'll go have a look inside and wait for our train to take us to Appledore. Update you soon. Okay, so this is Rye station, located in the town of Rye in East Sussex. This station is the principal station between Hastings, or Eastbourne and Hastings, and Ashford. This is probably the most main station out of all of them. The station is the passing loop in between trains, so both of them will call here at the same time. They will not, if one's obviously delayed, it does have to wait here at Rye. So, and it is one of the very few 3-letter station names in the UK, so we have cleared another one. So that's Rye done there. Station was grade 2 listed with that building in 1980, owing to its architecture and also historical interest. Of course, that's usually the reason anything gets grade listed, grade 2 listed or whatever. And in 2023 the station actually was closed because of safety reasons, because there was a bonfire event nearby, and they said that because of health and safety reasons they had to close the station because the smoke was obviously leaking into the platforms. The trains probably just had to pass here. There was also, interestingly, talk quite a while ago, this is going back a few years now, that they were actually going to electrify the line out to here, and they were actually going to run high-speed ones, so javelins, from here to St Pancras, which obviously went through Appledore and Ham Street, but it never happened. This talks apparently is, you know, it's never really died down, but it was a proposal that was put in to say run high-speed one out to here, so you could have a London St Pancras to Rye service via Ashford, and then yeah, do that. But in 2018 Network Rail did announce a fast service from St Pancras to Hastings that would stop at Rye and could be implemented by this year, funnily enough, but it hasn't. However, the date does remain uncertain on that. So there is plans to have a fast train that does St Pancras to Hastings via Rye. What on earth would run that? They would probably be thinking about electrifying it, but there's no plans for it at the moment. That's the thing. So anyway, that is Rye done, the passing loop, and the next station for us is Appledore, and we'll update you soon. Okay, as you can see, 171823 has just arrived, and just coming in now is the 0948 service to Ashford International from Eastbourne, which is going to be 171804. Which will be our train to take us to Appledore. I'll update you when we get there. So 171804, they're heading out to Ashford International, calling out at Ham Street and Ashford International. So welcome to Appledore station, another staggered platform station as well, a bit like Rye. We'll talk about the station in just a moment, but again, Appledore is another station that isn't actually in the village that it says it is. Appledore isn't in Appledore, so update you shortly. Right, welcome to Appledore station, served again by the hourly Marshlink service only. This station and Rye has always been an hourly service. This one hasn't really changed, so this one's always been the way it is. Appledore became a junction station in 1881 when a branch opened to Lydd, and it's either Lyde, but I think it's Lydd, I think that's how you say it, and New Romney. But the line closed to passengers in 1967 through Beeching, but funnily enough the line's still open because it goes through to Dungeness, the nuclear power station at Dungeness. I think it's that line. There is a branch line just beyond the platform here in the direction of Eastbourne, and there's a line that junctions off there which I believe is that line to Dungeness power station. The station has in the past been recommended to close, hasn't closed. And the station is known as Appledore, Kent, because this station is in Kent. So we are in Kent at the moment. But because there used to be an old station called Appledore in Devon as well, but that one's closed now. Closed in 1917, but they kept Appledore, Kent. Although the signs here just say Appledore. And the station is located almost 2 miles from Appledore's village, south of Ashford International, on the B2080 local road. And it's actually in the parish of Kenardington. It's not actually in Appledore. So there you go. That is Appledore Station in a nutshell. Staggered platforms as well, and step-free access, and there's an allotment here as well. So yeah, nice little station, and a junction for a freight line. So yeah, you wouldn't have thought that here though. Right, up next is the one more station we got on the line, which is Ham Street. We're going to take a bus to Ham Street, and funnily enough, this is a 1 bus a day service through Stagecoach. Just to introduce the 2 people that are with us today, Liam and Alex. Hello both. Liam with his Mercedes hat, and Alex being Alex. Alex likes curves. Don't take that out of context. Anyway, right, off we go to Ham Street. Stagecoach from Viro 200, heading off to Ham Street. This bus service is actually only once a day, so this is the only service that will run to Ashford via the station today. So interesting. So we're going to make our way over to Ham Street now. I'll update you shortly. Right, we're now in Ham Street, and heading up now is our bus heading off to Ashford. This is the 11B, once a day bus service on a Saturday. I think on a weekday it's twice a day. But yeah, here we are at Ham Street, and the station is literally just down there, so I'll update you shortly. Right, we made it to Ham Street Station. Very nice station building just outside of here. Obviously this station is just a 1 platform, and as you head on, it's a busy platform though. That's yeah, 1102 to Ashford International is there, I believe. Oh, it's 2 platforms. Yeah, our train to Eastbourne is that one there, the 1132. That's our one. Obviously the train to Ashford will be getting there first, and then it'll come back and form our train, so we'll see it in a minute. Right, welcome to Ham Street Station. First of all, that station building you saw was Grade 2 listed, and serves the village of Ham Street, which, although the station name is 2 words, Ham and Street, the village is actually all 1 word, Ham Street, all 1 word. Interesting. Ham Street open with staggered platforms, as you can tell, allowing a crossing across the railway from one to the other. And after several accidents and near misses, they opened the footbridge that you can see there, the green one, opened in 2014, replacing the previous flat crossing that was there. And it was replaced by a permanent bridge, which is the green one you can see, in 2017. So yeah, 2017 was when you saw that. It is the one you can see there. And it was renamed to Ham Street in Aldstone in 1897, and then reverted to Ham Street in 1976, and the station building was grade listed in 2005. So a bit of a timeline for you. This station is also the, when you leave Ashford to go to Eastbourne, this is the first station you call at. We are still in Kent, and we are leaving Kent in a minute because we are done. The Marshlink Line is complete, and now we're on to the 1066 line to complete another line today. So it's not over yet. So next up, we will be waiting for our train, and we're going to go back to Hastings. Update you soon. Okay, arriving is 171811, heading to Ashford International. We're still here at Ham Street. This one will be the unit that takes us back to Hastings, but we will be seeing that one arrive in, and then we won't see it go because we're a bit far away, but we will see it come back shortly. Right, arriving in now is going to be the 11:32 Southern service to Eastbourne. We are taking this back to Hastings now with 171811. We've got a journey back to Hastings now to clear the next section of the line, which is going to be the 1066 line between Hastings and Tunbridge Wells. We'll update you when we get there. Okay, we've made it to Hastings. Unfortunately, we've come across some disruption. Unfortunately, there's been a current safety inspection of the track in between here and Bexhill, which basically means that everything going out of here is disrupted, which means our Southeasterns are going to be disrupted. So they're currently advising people for London that to board the Ashford service. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. Well, our intention is to get the 12:44 Southeastern London Charing Cross service and continue on to do the line today, but we shall see what happens. Also parked in is 377214. That was doing the Orr to Brighton service that was in front of us, but now isn't. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, here's supposedly our train. It's 375624. And 375708. And 375606. Blimey, it's a 12 car. Right, okay. And we're going to take this to, why does it sound like a Mark III? We're going to be taking this to where is it take us to? Crowhurst, that was it. Crowhurst is the first stop on the line we're going to. Update you soon. Right, going out now is the delayed 1221 Southeastern service to London Charing Cross. Three 75705 and 924. That one goes, heading off. And that's not our train. That's the faster one going to London Charing Cross. And we're going to get on the slower one that takes us to Crowhurst. And it'll be this one here that's just arrived. Update you soon. Right, we now made it to Crowhurst. Finally got on the move from Hastings. Talk about that in a minute. Departing out now is the delayed 1257 Southeastern service to London Bridge now. Not going to Charing Cross due to the length of the delay. 375, 606 and 708. Heading off to London Bridge. So yes, basically what happened, from what I understood from reading it online, it looks like there was a safety inspection of the track near one of the tunnels at St Leonard's Warrior Square, which caused the disruption to happen. Trains were basically just really slow running and everything, so yeah, it was good fun. So welcome to the 1066 line. This is the other line we're clearing today, and the first station on the line today is Crowhurst. Actually quite a nice looking station actually, and what looks like to be tracks that used to be in the middle which have been planted with well, lots of plants there now. So yes, I'm not going to turn my camera around to show what they're doing because they're being strange humans, but yes, we'll talk about the station in just a moment. This is Crowhurst. It's served by an hourly Southeastern service between London Charing Cross generally and Hastings. Right, so this here is Crowhurst, serving the village of Crowhurst in East Sussex. We are back in East Sussex now, by the way. Although the section of the Hastings line through Crowhurst was completed in 1852, no station existed here until the Southeastern and Chatham Railway, the SECR, built a branch line to Bexhill West in 1902. So actually, yeah, so 1852 the line was complete. Crowhurst didn't get a station until 1902 though, but trains did come through here, just without any platforms. It serves as a junction station with up and down through platforms and a bay platform at the southern end of each until closure of the Bexhill West branch in 1964. That's a bit of history about the station. It used to be a junction for that. The remains of the bay platforms are still visible, and a small building survives on the upside. Ooh, okay. Might have a look at that. But yeah, the bay platforms are only just visible apparently, so I might hunt down for them. But yeah, that's Crowhurst station. Like I say, little East Sussex village. Doesn't really serve a lot. They've got no real amenities in terms of public transport links. Basically here, the train is the best option. So yeah, next stop for us was going to be West St Leonard's, but due to disruption, our Hastings train is running 18 minutes late, which means we will miss our connection at West St Leonard's. So instead of risking that, we're going to meet our connection here, and we're going to go to Battle. Guys, we're going to Battle.
Okay.
How?
Then.
On guard, we're going to Battle.
Hang on, let me get my sword.
I have no idea what's going on. But yes, we are going to the railway station called Battle. We're not literally going to Battle. Okay, passing through now is a faster service from Hastings to London Charing Cross. This one doesn't stop here. 375 707. And 375 821. Heading through to London Charing Cross, calling next at Battle. Okay, arriving in now is the 1357 Southeastern service to London Charing Cross and Hastings. We're actually taking us to Roberts Bridge, the next station. Well, not next station one, but it's our next station. 375 922. Which is a Pride livery. Along with 375 829, so 922 and 829. Update you when we get to Roberts Bridge. Right, here we are now at Roberts Bridge, next station we're visiting today. And off goes D2 375s heading off to London Charing Cross from Hastings. One of them being the Pride unit. With 375 922 and 829. And here we are at Roberts Bridge, and we'll talk about some facts about the station in just a moment. Right, so welcome to Roberts Bridge. This station is serves the village of Roberts Bridge in East Sussex. It became a junction in 1900 with the opening of the Rother Valley Light Railway, which went to Tenterden. It was extended to Headcorn in 1905 and was renamed the Kent and East Sussex Railway then as well. But all passenger services stopped in 1954. So the interesting thing is the Rother Valley Railway is actually a railway preservation society, and they opened the station just across from the car park here called Robertsbridge Junction, which we're going to go have a look at. The first train ran on the line in 2013, and they do have plans to rebuild the rest of the route eastwards to join up with the Kent and East Sussex Railway and restore services along the line, but obviously that's not come to fruition just yet. But we will go and have a little gander and see, because it's basically on the other side of the station's car park, and see what that's all about. But yes, that is Robertsbridge Station. Update you soon. So here is it's the entrance to the Rother Valley Railway and Robertsbridge Junction. Bit of history behind the station on this little sign over here. It is a preservation society, so they do preserve, I imagine, probably a couple of old locos, but who knows what they've got here. Any comments you can add and say what they do hold here. They recently had a gala for their, in June they are celebrating their 50th anniversary with a gala, so that should be interesting. And yeah, so they want to do so they've got a toy museum at Tenterden, and what else is there? Just having a read of it. Yeah, so like it says on there that they would like to match it up or connect it up with the Kent and East Sussex Railway, and obviously the funding that they would need for it. So yes, but yeah, so obviously in there is the platform. It's only open on certain times of the week, I'd imagine, but today is not one of those days. Like any other heritage railway, it's a completely generally charitable organisation, so they run off of, not all of them are charitable I suppose, but this one looks like it is. They run off of donations a lot of the time, and a lot of it is sort of funded through revenue they get through ticket sales and everything, and other sales of things they sell in the shop. A bit like any other heritage railway really, but it all goes to a good cause and keeping the locos preserved and in good condition. That's with any heritage railway. So yes, right, anyway, so that's Robertsbridge done, and there's the Rother Valley Railway entrance. Sadly we can't go in because it is locked, but that's done. Next stop is Battle. Update you soon. Right, arriving in now is the 1428 Southeastern service to Hastings. We're going to be taking this to Battle, not literally to Battle, we're taking it to the railway station called Battle. It's 375616. And off we go to Battle! Bad joke, I know. Right, we've now arrived at Battle. It sounds so weird, I'm talking like I'm actually in some sort of war. We have arrived at Battle Railway Station, there we go. Three 75614 and 627, 616 and 627 even, or 614, I don't know, 616 I think it was. Anyway, this is Battle Station. This station is one of the callers on this line that is served by the faster Southeastern services as well as the stoppers. So this station, along with Wadhurst, is every 30 minutes. Every other station that's intermediate on the line is hourly, but this station is the reason it's every 30 minutes is because this station is the nearest place to the Battle of Hastings Abbey and battlefield, because this station is or this town, is where it happened. It all took place here, the Battle of Hastings, in 1066, hence the name. It all happened here. So yes, however, we're not going to go to it because we're not paying 16 quid to go in, so not doing that. Part of English heritage, but they do like taking your money, so not doing it. And we've only got limited time here anyway, so it definitely wouldn't be worth the money. As you can see, they've done artwork at the station, talking about the timeline of the Battle of Hastings and everything that happened, about how William sailed from Normandy, the landing at Pevensey, how he feasts at Hastings, how he marches to battle, and then how Harold died. So yes, and also at the very start I forgot to say how Harold, the coronation of Harold as well. So it started with him being crowned to him dying at the end. It's almost like a film, isn't it? But yeah, this was very real, and it's probably one of the most historic parts of England in the whole country. Oh, it's probably one of the most historic parts of the UK. So yes, we shall update you shortly. Okay, so this station is Battle. So talking about the station itself, not what's around it. Obviously, the station has a very Gothic style station building, which you probably saw a glimpse of as we were filming earlier, but if not, I will show you the, actually I'll show you the outside of it in just a second. Opened in 1852, and the line to Hastings opened a month later, so actually the station opened before the line did. So it consists of 2 platforms linked by a footbridge with steps on both sides, and a station building housing a ticket office and waiting room as basic. All the original sidings that were here have now gone and are now form part of the car park, which is just outside there. And platforms are staggered and originally didn't overlap as they do now, but were extended to cater for 8 carriage trains before it was electrified in 1986. So the stations are slightly staggered, but they overlapped each other more. Or it did have staggered platforms even, but they don't anymore. So that's basically what it is. Yeah, that's basically the station. There's not actually a lot of facts about the station. The most significant thing about Battle is what you change for. So anyway, so we're going to get a bus now, and the next stop for us is going to be Wadhurst. Update you soon. And just so you guys can see, this is the station building, the Gothic style one that is basically looks like a church. Designed by William Treece, I think it was, or William Tress. I can't remember how the name that was on there, but this is the station building that was designed, and it looks really nice. So yes. Anyway, so that's Battle done. We have completed Battle. Let's go to Wadhurst. Right, we're now on boarding Via 300 heading off to Wadhurst from Battle. This one did come from Hastings. It's the 1066 route. It runs from Hastings to Tunbridge Wells. Okay, sorry I couldn't get a bus shot because we did have to rush off, but we are now here at Wadhurst. This is the other station on the line that's intermediate that has a half-hourly service between Charing Cross and Hastings. In terms of the station facts, I mean, honestly, I don't think there are too many. The station building is grade 2 listed, which is quite nice. In terms of again, it was designed by William Tress, like most of the stations on this line were. Opened in 1851 by the Southeastern Railway, and there were originally some sidings and a goods shed. Excuse me. But these have been replaced with a car park, same as Battles was as well. The station features a private entrance to nearby Faircrouch, which is a large Grade 2 listed house around 220 yards from the westbound platform. So yeah, there's basically like an entrance to a house that's connected with the station. I think it's not that one, that's the ticket office, but it's somewhere around there. We don't have time to look, unfortunately, but platforms are slightly staggered here at Wadhurst as well, but you can tell. Yeah, so here we are, and the next station for us is France, so I'll update you soon. Okay, here is the 16 and 23 Southeastern service to London Charing Cross with 375 703. And 375 921. I'm going to take this one stop along the line to France. I'm going to update you soon. Right, we're now here at France and 375 703. And 375 921, heading off on a service to London Charing Cross from Hastings. Welcome to France station. This one we have more time at. Wow, this station is lovely. Frant is the nearest station for Bellsview Green, which I believe is a nearby town slash village. I could be wrong though, apologies, I don't really know. That shows, I might have offended someone saying that, so apologies. Anyway, so the station, as you can tell, is pretty much in the countryside. It looks really nice, and the sun's come out now at a really good time as well, so yeah. This is the first station after you leave Tunbridge Wells. As you go towards Hastings, this is the first station you reach, is Frant. Even if it's an intermediate station, this is the first one. So yes. Yeah, so we'll talk about the facts in a minute. Right, so this station is Frant. They are, oh, they're a pair, they really are. Anyway, so as the station sign suggested earlier, this station does serve the hamlet of Bellsview Green, and it's actually, that's where it's located. It's about 1.2 miles from the village of Frant. There's an infrequent bus service, 4 to 5 journeys each day, that links it with the Kentish village of Lamberhurst. Platforms are staggered, a little bit anyway. And also from the 1960s until 1986, this station was actually only served at peak times until after 1986, and the electrification completed. Frant got a hourly service, and has had that ever since. So yes, and like I said before, this station is basically it's in East Sussex, but it is the border for Kent, because Tunbridge Wells is in Kent, and there's a tunnel that links them up. I believe that's near enough where it is. And yeah, so that's Frant done. 3 more stations left on the this line today, that being Stonegate, Etchingham and West St Leonards. The next one we're going to is Stonegate. We'll update you soon. Okay, passing through now is a Southeastern service to Charing Cross from Hastings. Three 375 705 and 375 924. Right, we're going to head off to, just a correction, Etchingham is next. Then it's Stonegate, and then it's West St Leonards, so yes. Etchingham is next. I'll update you soon. Right, arriving in now is going to be the 1708 service to Hastings. 375 625. 375816. We're now going to take this one to Etchingham. I'll take you soon. Okay. Departing out now is going to be 375625 and 816, heading off on the 1724 Southeastern service to Hastings. We're now here at Etchingham, and we're going to see this one go out. And there that one goes, and this station is Etchingham, and we'll talk about it in just a moment. Right, Etchingham station, located in the village of Etchingham in East Sussex. Station building, which is that one there, dates back from 1851. Whether the station and the first section of the Hastings line actually opened, it was here it started, so, or around this line up to Hastings anyway. Yeah, there is also a little level crossing just south there, and any passengers that sort of, because the station doesn't have set free access all the way, so any passengers who need to cross the platform can do so using the level crossing over there at the very far end, although I do think they've just incorporated that you can cross it anyway. But yeah, it's mainly this building, 1851 it dates back to, and yeah, other than that it's just like all the others in terms this is an hourly service here at Etchingham. So yes, the next station we're going to will be Stonegate. Update you soon. There's a service from Hastings to Charing Cross, 375707 on the front of it, and that's heading off to London Charing Cross. Okay, arriving here is the 1812 Southeastern service to London Charing Cross. We're taking this to Stonegate, 375922. Just a pride one. So 922 and 829. Right, we're going to take this to Stonegate. Right, here we are at Stonegate, and the partner now is the 375s, 922 and 829, heading to London Charing Cross. So welcome to Stonegate station. This one is this one, I think, yeah, this is where they cross over on the line. The two units stop, will cross here and stop around the same time, but I believe that one was a little bit late, so the other one has already been passed. So yeah, we'll talk more about the station in just a moment. Right, I'm actually going to be quick because the crossing train hasn't actually arrived yet. So, very quick facts about Stonegate. This station, not to be confused with Stone Crossing, because it is actually, people have mistaken it, serves between Witherenden Hill and Stonegate in the parish of Ticehurst in East Sussex. It emerged that a BlackRock fund manager travelling from the station had dodged an estimated 42.5k here. BlackRock obviously is a big American corporation, and someone who worked for them dodged nearly 43 grand of rail fares. It is the most fare dodged situation known in Britain, apparently, as well. This one is. Station opened in 1851 and was named Witherenden, the name of a nearby hamlet, but was renamed in December to Ticehurst Road and then became Stonegate in 1947. So yes, there is that station. So I'm going to get going. The next station is West St Leonard's. Here, arriving in is said train. It's 375616. 375627, and I'll take this one. It's the 1819 to Hastings, and I'll take it to West St Leonard's. How did I catch this one? I did anyway. Update you soon. Right, going out now is 375616 and I think 624, heading off to Hastings. .627 even. This is West St Leonard's, final station of today's video, and we will talk about it in just a moment. Okay, there's 375825 arriving in with the 1851 service to London Charing Cross from Hastings. So, whilst the train is here, we'll quickly talk about West St Leonard's. So, as far as the station goes, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, it's on the Hastings line in the south. Ignore me. It's one of 4 stations that serve Hastings and St Leonard's, being this one, St Leonard's Warrior Square, I think Bexhill and Hastings itself. So it might be Orr though, it's Orr or Bexhill, the other one. 60 miles from Charing Cross, and basically it's immediately east of West St Leonard's is Bo Peep Junction, which is basically yeah, Bo Peep Junction is the junction that leads out to the East Coastway line that goes towards Brighton and Hastings through to Orr. So yeah, the station is very intermediate. It's probably the most and least used station in the area, I'd imagine. .375.812 the rear. So yeah, that is West St Leonard's. Update you shortly. So as that 375 heads out, I'm going to finish the video from every platform East Sussex 2 here. Thank you for watching. If you have liked what you've seen, do like and subscribe, and do leave any comments because I will get back to them as and when I can, and any recommendations are welcome. Do leave us in the comments as well. It has been an excellent day. The biggest highlight for me today was clearing Dolan. That was the really awkward one I wanted to get done, and I did. The Marshlink Line and the 1066 line are now fully complete. That's a big part of East Sussex that's done. Big part of Sussex as a whole that's done. It only leaves a couple of trips left in the area to do. So yeah, really successful day. A couple of buses as well to include in the day too, which were nice. And yeah, Liam and Alex, thank you for coming as well. It's been a really good day. See you next time for the next episode of Every Platform. But from me here at West St Leonard's, it's bye for now.